Welcome back to another long form video content where I go after people who probably deserve it. Let's take a look at Dr. Disrespect because he's back. He's back streaming and he has probably one of the most pathetic defenses I've ever heard anyone have to defend their actions.
You see, you don't know shit, and it was obvious from your tweet. You didn't have any firsthand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch as Whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone.
I didn't realize there was a legal definition for sexting, but he certainly didn't give it, which he really should ought to be defending his past tweets saying that he was sending inappropriate messages to someone who is either at the age of 17 or below the age of 17. And it really goes to show that this guy is doing the most amount to deflect his part in dude, all you have to do is, if Twitch is not going to show us the whispers to prove to us that you're innocent, then you have to in order to prove you're innocent. But you're not going to, because you, being a 40-year-old man with a wife and children under your wing, is already inappropriate for you to be communicating with anyone below the age of consent or the legal age of voting in military service, which is 18. You really fucked up, man. You fucked up big time. You had everything going for you, but you were unfaithful, and you messed up big time.
Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened. I even used the word inappropriate, purposely. And look at how it was defined by everyone, champs. Huh? Including these defaming articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place. I mean, how would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words?
Well, thankfully for me, it's never going to fucking happen because I'm not communicating with people below the age of 18 like you were. I'm not sharing explicit material with people below the age of 18 because that would be illegal. That would be crimes against children, which is actual punishable offense. You were. And you know what? Yeah, you're probably right. It's defamatory that people are calling you all these things. But if you're not showing proof and evidence that you're not these things by showing the whisper messages, you probably are those things. I'm sorry, man. You fucked up big time. You screwed up when you were communicating with someone below the legal age, right? You screwed up there. You made your bed, you kind of have to lie in it, and you kind of have to live with it now. You have to live with the people who are calling you all these things that you disagree with because you do not actively act on these impulses and feelings. But there's going to be a time or day when possibly you will. I say possibly, he probably won't, because some pissed off dad is going to be around and is going to, vibe check him with a 9mm or something. I don't know. If anything, he's probably going to get a stern talking to, like he apparently should have gotten when his wife learned about this. He's married with kids. And honestly, if he thinks that discussing things like this with someone who's below the age of 18, the legal age of consent, the only question I need to ask is, how would you feel if your daughter was talking to a Dr. Disrespect online? It wouldn't feel so good, would it?
The LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the whisper messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate, even when they aren't.
By your very nature of communicating with someone below the legal age of consent, it's already inappropriate. And we only need one or two bits of text messages being exchanged between the two of you in order to determine the nature of the discussion. You previously just said that it was mutually explicit material that both of you were exchanging. That is still inappropriate. That is still creepy. It is still something to be shamed for. You need to be shamed for what you did. You need to be shamed. It is ridiculous that you think that what you did wasn't wrong because it wasn't illegal. Just because something's illegal doesn't mean it's still not wrong.
Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received.
Twitch is a company. They're not a private eye agency or detective agency. They don't have to do these extra steps to determine whether or not what you did was illegal or wrong. There's still a big difference between what's legal and what's still wrong. Like, something could be legal and could still be wrong. You understand that, right? And do you also understand that Twitch is a company and they can drop you at the moment's notice that you are bad goods? They can do that. They're a company. They don't have to look into what province this minor was in. They don't have to look at what state or county or country this minor was in to determine if it was legal or not. It's still wrong. Do you not get that?
It's so obvious that certain Twitch executives, employees involved had personal biases against the doc and used all of this as an opportunity to terminate my contract. Go back and look at the timing of all this too. The doc's termination lines up with two preferable, profitable, and expensive streamers leaving Mixer. As soon as Twitch knew that Mixer had failed, and go look at the timing, these other expensive streamers needed a new streaming platform. So Twitch rushed through its decision to terminate the two-time.
Argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
It's not a conspiracy. Twitch used this as an opportunity to drop you, sure, because Mixer had failed and whatever reasons that it was that they decided to drop you. The primary reason was because you were texting, sexting, or exchanging inappropriate material with a minor. That's reason enough for any company. And then he goes on to say that Twitch dropped him because he wasn't making enough money. Look, Twitch almost never makes money. If you guys don't understand how Twitch is still around, it's because of Jeff Bezos owning Amazon. Jeff Bezos is making sure that Twitch is staying around for God knows what reason, if this is the type of creators that are on Twitch to begin with. Bezos and his billions of dollars and trillions of dollars is keeping Twitch on life support indefinitely. And yeah, it probably was a money-making decision to drop you because you were damaged goods, you were exchanging explicit material, inappropriate material by your own admission, with a minor. Okay, they don't have to investigate where this minor was. They don't have to look any further than the messages you were exchanging with this person. They don't have to. They're not legally inclined to do so. They're a corporation. They're a company. If they want to make money, they got to drop bad actors from their payroll to save money and then invest that elsewhere in another creator. You're upset that it was your turn to get canceled and Me Too'd. And you know what? I'm all happy for it. I'm glad weirdos like you have less of a presence on the internet now because of your conduct. I'm happy EDP445 is off the internet. I'm happy all the other fucking weirdos are. It was your turn because you decided to fuck around, man. It was... You can say how unfair it is all you want. I don't care, and the only people who actually do care that this message of yours is appealing to you are the brain-dead fans you have that will say, he didn't do nothing wrong, or whatever bullshit it is. You fucked up. You fucked up, man. You gotta live with the choices you made, man. You got to live with the actions. You got to live with the choices. You made your bed. Now you got to lie in it. Now you have to worry about how you're going to make money after this. But it's okay. You have enough money saved away somewhere. You can probably retire peacefully and live in obscurity until the day you die, which I hope you do. The live in obscurity part, I hope he lives in obscurity because I don't want to see this guy on my screen ever again defending his creepy behavior. That's going to do it for me. See you guys around.